Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. I am so super excited for today's video because we are going to be testing out new makeup from Nars. I just got my hands on the new light reflecting foundation and I am so super excited. I've actually been seeing a lot of people reviewing this and I've just been waiting for it to arrive in the Philippines, and it finally has. I got it on pre-order from Lazada. That was just the only way I could get it. I actually visited different Nars branches and they were like, you can't get it here, you have to pre-order it online. So that is exactly what I did, and it arrived yesterday and I'm so excited to try it out. I just want to put it all over my face. Now, buying makeup online is a little bit complicated, especially when you're buying complexion products, because how will you know your shades? So for this issue, Nars kind of has this new technology where if you go to their website, they have a shade matching thing. So basically you go there, use your camera, you can try on the different shades. They actually have a recommended shade, a lighter shade, a deeper shade, cool tone shade, basically whatever type of shade you are looking for. They try to match it with your skin. So this is actually my first time trying it out, so I'm really hoping that the shade that I got is actually the shade that's best for me. So I picked Punjab because that is the recommended shade according to their shade matching contraption on their website. So I am very excited to see, well, not just test out the foundation, but I'm also excited to see if this really is my shade and if their shade matching is actually accurate. All the new makeup I got is in this bag, and I didn't just get the light reflecting foundation because they had a really great pre-sale bundle with 3 full-size products, a mirror, and a pouch. So of course I went for that. And also I don't think I could have gotten the foundation this early if I didn't get the specific pre-sale bundle. So I basically had no choice, but I'm also happy that I got it because I think it's really value for your money. 3 full-size products. I mean, come on, that is such a great deal. And of course, I fell for it. I got it. They're all in here. Let's start it off with this really cute pouch. This is a close-up how it looks like. I really love the shade of pink. I love the fabric. It's so smooth and soft and matte. And of course it has Nars embossed here in the front, and it has a magnetized closure, and you can also open it up like this, and there's also lining here. I just think this is a really cute, high quality pouch, and this is definitely something made for makeup because I can imagine myself, you know, wiping off the makeup and everything. This is just super cute, and it comes with a matching mirror. This mirror is so cute and compact and the same shade of pink. It's just such a beautiful pink shade, and it's also very smooth, very matte. And the great thing about this one actually is it's actually double mirror, so you can see mirrors on both sides. So I think this is great, you know, to bring around in your bag and everything. It's just such a cute little pink mirror. It also came with this tester thing if you want to check out all the other shades in your range, and of course we have the card. So this says radiance is pure energy for your skin. This is from Francois Nars, so I think this is basically his inspiration for creating the light reflecting foundation. But let's talk about the freebies for a bit that come with it. This is the light reflecting setting powder in translucent. This is the pressed powder version. It also comes with this cute little puff. Looking closely at the powder, it looks like there's a bit of glitter flecks in it, but not too much. This is the loose powder version of the translucent crystal powder. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the light reflecting foundation in the shade Punjab. So this is medium 1. The light reflecting foundation comes in this beautiful glass bottle. It just feels so high-end, so beautiful, and it just comes in this signature Nars packaging, which I really love. This foundation also comes with this cute little pump. I think my face has been barefaced for long enough, so let's put this all over my skin. So I actually have nothing on my face. I mean, I do have some brows because, you know, I kind of wanted to look presentable for you guys, but yeah, basically all I have is brows and some lip balm. I didn't even put primer today because I just wanted to see how the foundation worked on its own. It says here to shake well before use, so I think this is pretty shaken up. So I'm gonna try it with my fingers first, see how that applies, and then, you know, let's see. This foundation looks really liquidy, and as I'm talking right now, it's actually falling down. So I think I should just apply it to my face. So I will use my fingers on this side Let's see. Wow, that was just one dab and it already covered this whole right side of my face. It actually feels really, really good. It feels very moisturizing and I think it just melded into my skin. It just looks so natural. It's also not, it doesn't feel super coverage to me so far, but it feels really good. Like it feels like a moisturizer with tint. So let me just try another layer. You know, this foundation is actually going on really smoothly. It's blending out so well. It really, really feels like a serum or some kind of moisturizer or something. Comparing the right side of my face to the left, I mean, definitely this one looks way, way better, but it also doesn't have as much coverage as I'm used to, but I don't think that's what it's made for. I think this is really for a natural, smooth, more even skin tone type of situation. And you know what? I think I'm getting it on this side. It looks so natural. It honestly looks like I'm not wearing makeup and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup. I think the light in light reflecting foundation has double meaning because as you guys can see, it's very dewy, reflects the light and everything, but it also feels light, as in not heavy on my skin whatsoever. It's kind of like I put a filter on my face, if that makes sense. So that's what it feels like right now. And I also put 2 layers, but for some reason it just, I don't feel anything. Okay, so it just melded into my skin really well. I love how it looks and it still looks really natural. It doesn't look like I'm wearing makeup at all, but you can actually see the difference. This one has no makeup and this one has the light reflecting foundation, and you know, it did actually cover up a lot of my the veins here. I mean, there's so many veins here, but this one, they kind of covered it up, which I think is pretty great. So I'm gonna test out a brush with this foundation. I got my favorite foundation brush. This is the Clutz one. So let's just stamp this all over the left side of my face. You know, I'm actually seeing quite a difference between applying it with your hand and applying it with a brush. Now, you definitely get more coverage when you apply it with a brush, but you also get a more natural finish when you apply it with your hand. So it really depends on you, which one you prefer, what kind of look you want to go for. I mean, definitely for me, if it's more for everyday types of looks, I would definitely go for, you know, the just apply it with your hand like a moisturizer type of situation. But this one, I mean, definitely I can see more coverage even though I used less of the product. So overall, I think it's really great that you can apply it with your hand, or you can apply it with your brush, or maybe you can apply it with your sponge, which I haven't tried yet, but I'm pretty sure depending on the tool you use, this is going to have different coverage. But you know, overall, based on the right and the left side of my face, I really feel it feels the same. It still feels light, but the coverage is different and it feels really, really good on the skin. Like I'm not wearing anything. And I just really love the finish. I mean, it doesn't look super fake, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't look like I just caked on so much makeup and everything. So yeah, I'm really loving this, especially since, you know, the whole clean girl, minimalist type of look is super in right now. I mean, this is definitely the perfect foundation for that. And you know, it really does start out liquidy and I felt a bit of stickiness, a bit of tackiness, but I feel like it's drying down. But I still feel moist. Like I don't feel dry at all. And a really great thing about this, I also noticed it doesn't sink into my dry patches. I have a lot of dry patches, especially in this area, like the nose area and everywhere. And usually foundations would stick to it. It becomes a little gritty looking and textured, but you know, this one, it looks pretty smooth. It actually smoothed out my face, evened it out a bit, and I haven't even put on my forehead. So you can kind of see that it does make a difference in terms of the look of it, but you don't feel the difference, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do one pump for my forehead. So I feel like the brush is definitely my favorite way to apply this. I'm just gonna do it all over. Let's take a closer look at my skin. And you know what? I'm actually really happy with this, even though I'm more of a full coverage type of girl. I feel like this is definitely something you can wear for more everyday looks and you're not gonna look like you're overdone or anything. And it can actually really look like your actual natural skin. Like, no one's gonna know that you actually put on some makeup. And I'm doing some close-ups as well. I do notice that my pores are smaller, and it really did it gives me enough coverage but not too much, and in some areas I can still see some of my blemishes and stuff coming through, but it doesn't look that bad. Like, it covered up the color, like it basically evened out the uneven color and everything, but you know, the texture is also a bit there, but it also smoothed it out. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but basically this has kind of a light coverage for me. I mean, I feel like I can build it up as well. I mean, I put 2 layers, and definitely it's a very buildable foundation, and I overall just really love the finish. And for someone who just loves full coverage foundation, I think that says a lot, because this honestly just feels like I'm wearing skincare, but it makes me look naturally put together. Since I'm going for a more natural look, I'm also gonna use the Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Medium on Custard for my face. I just feel like this one will give me more coverage, but it's not too heavy looking. So I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eyes, and also using my ring finger so that, you know, it's not too aggressive. So this one I really love, especially on days when I don't want to let people know that I'm wearing makeup, but I also want to look like I tried. So that's basically the difference. This one has a concealer, this one does not. And let's just add to the other side as well. This is really good to use on pimples and everything, because it just covers it up really well, and it doesn't make it look worse. It doesn't make it oily, or it doesn't make me break out. So I'm also gonna put it on the sides of my nose. I'll also put a bit here at the center of my nose, just so it brightens it up a bit. Wow, this is actually a really good combo. I didn't want to put too much concealer either, because I still wanted it to look more natural and everything. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with how it's looking right now. I just wanted to use the soft matte concealer just so I would conceal things, but at the same time it's not too shiny as well, because the light reflecting foundation makes you look really dewy. So I just wanted even just my T-zone to be matte. I'm not sure which of these powders I want to try out today, but I am really so used to using translucent powder, so I'm going to try this on my under eye. That is just so satisfying to me. I'm gonna take my little powder brush and tap it on. I don't know if you are seeing a difference with my right side from my left, but I think this powder really did set it. It feels so smooth. I love it. I love how it feels. It feels super duper smooth, and it really set that foundation. It doesn't feel as liquidy as it did before, and you can actually see a difference with the right and the left as well. So I'm gonna continue on with the other side as well. This powder is honestly so light, and it just feels really good. You know, I'm really liking this powder. It doesn't even seem to have a white cast or anything, so I'm just gonna put it on my entire T-zone. I also want to try this one with the Nars sponge. This is such an interesting sponge. It's like a paper thin sponge. I don't know. Looks interesting. Smells really good too. I mean, everything on my face right now smells good. I'm just gonna get a little bit on the sponge and then tap it here. I don't really see anything happening. This sponge is honestly really weird, or maybe because I've never had a sponge like this, it also makes kind of a weird sound, but it feels really good. It's just really different for me. It's like I'm using a cotton pad on my skin. Okay, you know what? Change of plan. I'm going to try a powder brush and try putting that on my skin. So let's just swirl this around. I don't know if you guys can see a difference or anything, but I mean, I definitely got some product because I can see it all around, but I don't know. Maybe I should press harder? But I do see a matte finish happening, and honestly, this sponge thing, maybe I don't know how to use it, but I think it just picked up my foundation, which of course is not what I was going for. You know, I'm just gonna try using my finger. So that's how it looks like. It's super light. And it feels really good. Like once I use it directly using my finger, it feels really good. Very matte feeling. Is this supposed to be matte? I feel like these are basically the same. I personally prefer more loose powder, so I'll probably use this one so much more. But this one I think is really great as well if you want to use a sponge or something with it. You know what? I'm gonna try using my sponge on this one. So let's see. Let's pick it up on, okay, you see it. Let's pick it up and let's put on my under eyes. I would like my under eye area to look great. Ooh, okay. Now I really see what this powder does, because you see the little glitter effects that it has. Now I feel like this is the type that you should put on the high points of your face, like here or here. This is how my skin is looking so far. It's honestly way more luminous than I'm used to, but I kind of like it. It has a natural glow type of effect, and I also really like the shade of foundation that the shade matching contraption recommended to me. I never thought Punjab would be my shade, because usually I am the shade Fiji, which is a bit lighter, but I really do see the difference. It really does meld into my neck tone better than Fiji does, so definitely I found a new shade for me. But yeah, overall, I think my skin looks really great. It looks healthy, it looks dewy. I mean, you can actually see the light. Well, I mean, now it makes sense, right? Why it's called light reflecting foundation. But yeah, definitely, I mean, wow, look at that. This definitely looks like I am glowing, I am healthy, I get enough sleep, you know, but honestly, I don't. But overall, just with my complexion products so far, I am really happy with the result. I mean, this is definitely something I can see myself doing every single day, just because it's, I don't know, it's just so easy to put everything on. Everything was just so smooth. I love that translucent powder, the concealer and everything. It just looks really natural, and I feel good. Like, I look good and I feel good. Everything smells good. All the different products that I used smell really good as well, and it feels like I'm wearing nothing. And I feel like that's the most important part. Like, that it looks really good, but I don't feel like I patted on so much stuff on my face. Let me zoom in to give you guys a better look at my skin. I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face off camera, and I will be right back. I am back with a full face of makeup. I actually used a lot of Nars products to create this entire look. I used the Nars Laguna bronzer, and of course the iconic Nars Orgasm blush. And for my eyes, I also used the Nars Afterglow palette. This is one of my favorites. And for the lips, I cannot go without my audacious lipstick. This is in the shade Barbara. For my brows, I used my favorite Nishido eye pencil. This is in black brown, and to complete my eye look, I used the Maybelline Master Precision liquid eyeliner. It has like a felt tip on it. It's very, very useful to create this winged cat eye type look. And to finish off my eyes, I also used the Lachey Dolce lashes, which I think looks really good, really tied in together this whole look. Now, I know I said earlier I was gonna do a natural look, but you know, when I started doing my eyes, I don't know, I just ended up doing this. This foundation was also so easy to apply. It blended out like a dream. It feels so comfortable, and nothing stuck on any of my dry patches or anything. It's just overall like a moisturizer slash foundation. It's basically a moisturizer with way more coverage than, you know, well, a moisturizer is not supposed to have coverage. But anyway, really love this foundation, and it works so well with the powder as well. I do prefer the loose translucent powder over the pressed one. So yeah, overall, these two together for your complexion, I mean, it will give you beautiful, smooth, filtered, glowy, blurred skin, and you're gonna feel really comfortable in it, and it's really gonna give you that inner glow type of vibe, which I know a lot of people go for, and I'm so amazed because my skin right now looks super duper healthy and I didn't use highlighter at all. Like this is my skin. This is these complexion products. That is how this whole thing happened. This foundation also did really well with all of the normal makeup that I usually use. I mean, the blush, the bronzer, everything. It was so easy to apply. There was no patchiness or anything. It just goes well with whatever makeup you want to put on top of it. I highly recommend this foundation as well as this powder. I think the combination of it is just such a beautiful, smooth finish. I just can't get over how good my complexion looks right now, and I cannot believe that I like it this much considering it is not a full coverage foundation. It's more a light to medium type of coverage, but I don't know, there's just something about it, the way it looks, the way it feels. I'm just so in love with it, and I can definitely see myself wearing this every single day. That is it for this first impressions video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys on my next one. Mwah.